Hey everybody, a little bit of a different one today. I'm going to do some quick fire questions, so questions that have been sent in my Instagram stories, and I'm going to try and keep these as short as possible. Enjoy. Whey protein on keto diet, yay or nay? Probably nay, just because when you're trying to get into a metabolic state like ketosis, going and adding in extra protein is probably not going to support that, because you can convert extra protein to glucose through the process of gluconeogenesis. So I would probably stay away from whey protein. That being said, based on your training protocol, based on the rest of your diet, you might get away with adding some whey protein in there on a keto diet. It's just unlikely to support you. So I'd probably sway on the nay. Question 2, what are your favorite core exercises? For me, probably anything on a Swiss ball. So Swiss ball plank, Swiss ball rollout, Swiss ball figure of eights, Swiss ball pass, where you're lying flat on the ground, passing a Swiss ball to your hands, to your legs. But the truth is, core exercises, squat and deadlift are going to be king. So if you're doing compound lifts, you're going to be getting a lot of direct core work in there as well. So they're my personal favorites. Number 3, tips for sticking to healthy eating. Well, firstly, I would get clear on what healthy eating means for you. That's a super subjective term. For some people, protein bars and diet drinks are healthy eating. For somebody else, that's a version or a form of a cheat meal. So I would first get very clear on what healthy eating means for you, and then realize that to stick to it and to stick to any diet, it's about finding what's sustainable for you. So my major tip when it comes to eating healthy is experiment with different food groups. Figure out what healthy food means for you, and then try and incorporate it into your lifestyle, knowing that the best diet you'll follow is one that you can stick to with foods that you enjoy, that's in alignment with your goals. 4, best dairy-free protein powder. Probably the Sun Warrior rice protein, but it tastes like fucking chalk. Question 5, can you drink alcohol and stay lean? Yes, it's just probably not the most supportive thing to have or consume when you're trying to get leaner. Again, a lot of getting lean and losing body fat, reducing body fat is going to be a calorie game. You are going to have some negative hormonal responses from extra estrogen, reduced testosterone, etc. from consuming too much alcohol. But by all means, danger's in the dose. Like if you're taking the piss and drinking 7 pints every night, that's not going to help. But 2-3 drinks, 4 or 5 drinks even at the weekend, once or twice a week, in a calorie control plan is probably not going to set you back too much. What superpower would you like to have? Oh, it's got to be able to fly, isn't it? I don't know. What superpower would you like to have? Comment that below. Question 7. What's your take on intermittent fasting? I'm a big fan if it fits into your lifestyle and schedule. I do intermittent fasting. I feel great with it. But again, it's down to the individual. Experiment with it. Do any sort of time restricted window where you eat within 8 hours. You eat all your meals within 6 hours. Whatever it is that you want to try or experiment with. If it works for you, keep it. If it doesn't, drop it. Question 8. Best thing for detox? Water. You can buy all the supplements you want. You can get people trying to claim that you can take this and it's going to support detox. And by all means, certain supplements will help, green powders, etc. Increasing the amount of vegetables you're eating good nutrient-dense vitamins and mineral foods, loads of fruits and vegetables, etc. All of that can support detox, but just fucking water. Stop eating shit, reduce your sugar, drink more water, you'll detox. Question 9. Fasted workout in the morning or not? Again, similar to your diet, if working out fasted in the morning is the thing that works best for you, then that's what you do. If it doesn't, you don't do it. Some people work way better having food before they train. Some people work way better on a fasted stomach in the morning. Find and experiment what works for you. Unless you're looking for like those marginal gains that like pro athletes are going for, it's about what's going to be individually the best for you. So experiment with both. If you want to train fasted and then get your post-workout meal dialed in so that you can maximize recovery, you do that. If you want to get up earlier and eat a meal because that fuels your workout, you can also do that. Both ways work. Question 10, train with a cold or stay in bed. Ooh, okay, so my personal rule, not a doctor, don't play one on the internet, but my personal rule is neck and above I train, neck and below I don't. So if I'm feeling a little bit sniffly and just like a little bit of a fucking bitch, I get into the gym and I train. So training with a cold or staying in bed, again, depending on how you're feeling. If you're just a little bit sniffly, get into the gym. If you feel like you've been hit by a truck, stay in bed. Number 11, is 19 too young to start investing? Have some savings set aside. Not a financial advisor, probably not the best person to ask on this, but my advice for anyone that's 19, 20, 21, where you're still relatively young is, yeah, start investing, but not in the traditional sense. start investing in yourself. You have so much time over the next 10, 20, 30 years to improve. Start investing in books, in courses, in seminars, things that are going to personally develop you and make you improve, because that's going to come back to you in a massive compound interest over the years. So yeah, if you're 19 and have some money set aside, start investing in yourself. And then as you get a little bit older, maybe consider traditional schemes. But again, there's better people you could probably ask on that. So go check out any financial advisor or any financial advisory books. Question 12, how to build bigger calves. Volume. So there's kind of two training principles when it comes to bigger calves, building bigger calves. One is the Arnold Schwarzenegger technique, where he talks about going super heavy. His whole theory in his first book, The Modern Encyclopedia of Body, I don't know if it's his first book, in the Arnold Schwarzenegger book, The Modern Encyclopedia for Bodybuilding, he speaks about going super heavy, that you're walking around all day, that your calves can handle massively extreme loads. So you got to go really heavy, or else you're not going to respond. That's one train of thought. That actually didn't work for me. What I found worked way better was going with high volume. So very similar to your abs and calves, that muscle makeup is similar. So I find going super high volume, 4 sets of 25 reps on calf raises, calf extensions, and going crazy high volume was the best thing that I found for building my calves. But by all means, both systems work. Experiment with both, find what works best for you, and then double down. Number 13, is it possible to lose fat while training for a half marathon? Fuck yeah, like you're doing a load of cardio and a load of running. Of course you're going to be able to lose fat, provided you get your diet dialed in. If you're eating like a pig and eating shit all the time, like you're not going to lose any weight, but that goes for any training program you're on. You have some advantage if you're doing half marathon because you're training, doing cardio when you're running. So that's going to be advantageous to losing body fat, but get your diet dialed in. Losing body fat isn't necessarily about your training program. It's not about a half marathon, a full marathon, a bodybuilding plan, a CrossFit plan. Your training is largely irrelevant. When you're trying to lose body fat, it's about getting into a calorie deficit and reducing the amount of calories you're eating in your food. So get your diet dialed in, and training for a half marathon should probably help speed up that process, but it's all about your diet. Question 14. Trusting your gut or going with logical reason? Ooh, philosophical. I'm a big believer on doing all the logical reasoning on a thought up front. So literally drawing up a cost-benefit analysis when making any decision, what relationship to be in, quitting a job or going to a new job, what coach you sign up with, all of these things where you're making a decision. I normally go with a cost-benefit analysis. So weighing up all the pros, all the upsides, weighing up the cons, all the downsides, and then asking myself, can I handle the downside? So drawing up all the logical reason first, and then at the end of the day, going with my gut. I normally find that 80-20 rule works really well for me, where I think about all the logical reasons, talk to my inner circle, talk to my friends, talk to my family members, get all of their opinions on the people who I think can offer the best piece of advice, and then at the end of the day, go with my gut, and then just commit all in on it. So I think a combination tends to work best, definitely for me. Question 15. Best fitness watch to use for the gym. Oh, okay, this is a controversial one. I've used a Garmin and a Fitbit. Both are great. Both tell the time really well. To be honest, you can just get any fucking watch. Like, you can use your phone if you want. Like, the only thing I would advise in the gym, like, you can use everything that'll track your GPS and your location and tell you if you're running in fucking Ireland, UK, Mars, or Mercury. It doesn't really fucking matter. But when you're in the gym, what I generally find is something that gives you a stopwatch so that you can time your rest periods. If you have a 12 euro Casio watch that does that, that's going to be as effective as a 500 euro Garmin that you get. Or if you want to use your phone, you can do that to time your rest periods. That's probably the most important thing in the gym. If you're working for hypertrophy parameters, i.e. bodybuilding parameters, and you want to take a 60-second rest, something that tracks your rest is going to be helpful for that. And if you need to get in the gym before work, you need something that tells the fucking time. So just any watch that does that will help. 16. What made you quit teaching and pursue a career in fitness? Teaching was a job. So fitness never felt like a job. So every Friday I knew that I was going to be off for the weekend, and every Monday I knew I was going back to work, whereas I never felt like that in fitness. So one of the reasons I left was when I asked myself the question, what would I do for free? It was fitness. I wouldn't have been a teacher for free, and I made the decision based on that. So what do you think? That's a new format that we're trying. 16 questions, as quick fire as I could go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe for videos coming each and every week.